Hi.
We're gonna make Mimi's kolache.
God help us both.
God help us both. I'm posting it on YouTube, and the world's going to see
Oh God,
it.
no. You cannot do that.
So, Mom, I have the same recipe that you have,
Okay.
right? Because you gave me a book just like this.
Right. My book is falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you also create a similar book for Mush and Julie?
Yeah.
So they have the same recipe.
Yeah.
Okay. So, barring any transcription errors, this
Or spelling.
this is the recipe that we're going to follow.
Right.
Follow today, and so we're making kolache, and so the recipe is 6 cups milk, 6 envelopes of yeast,
I got him right there.
8 cups of flour, 12 eggs, a cup and a half of sugar, and 3/4 cups of salted butter.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start off by making this kind of soupy kind of a starter thing
Yeah.
to start
the
with.
starter, with basically the milk, the yeast, and the flour. So we have to boil the milk and cool it just a little bit. And in the meantime, we have to get the yeast according to the package. So, all right. I think it's like half a cup of warm water.
You know, they don't say. Oh, wait, here we go.
Yeah.
No need to hydrate it in water. Just add it to your dry ingredients. It's a quick.
Oh, that's
it's
a
rapid
quick
rise.
start.
Is this a problem?
We'll figure it out. I don't know.
Now it says here that saves time, only requires 1 rise. Now, how many rises are we going to do in the kolache?
Well, we have 2 rises. We have a rise when we
Do the starter.
Well, no. Once we already mix everything together, we have 1 rise, and then we make it into the braids, and we rise it again then.
Sure.
2. So the reason you have to rise it again because when you knock it down and make it into the braids, you have lost all the
air.
Mm-hmm. So you let it rise again a little bit, and then it rises somewhere in the oven. Okay.
Okay.
So I need to get some more milk. That's not enough.
Okay. This is 4 cups of milk.
Okay, pour that 4 cups of milk right into not in there.
I think it's 4 cups, isn't it?
That's
4 cups is a quart, 32 ounces.
Right. So just pour it in the big pot,
Okay.
and then 2 more cups.
And that big pot is this big pot, and that's where we're going to put all the ingredients and do the mixing and everything.
Yep.
Now, the advantage of this pot is that we're going to put this on the stove top and cook the milk up, right?
Right.
In here.
Right.
Okay.
Here's 2 more cups.
Okay.
It's going to make maybe 4. Okay, we're going to throw it on the stove and get it boiling.
Okay. So let's just turn it up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
So now what's happening in that little pot that's just picking
That's
away?
That's the
wheat berries for the
berries
kachab.
for the kachab. Yeah. They're almost done. They've been cooking for about 2 hours, 3 hours.
Hey, now your shirt looks like it's the Vishavate.
It is.
It's black and white. It looks like the digital QR code thing, doesn't it?
Oh,
Let's scan it.
Are we sending them to? We're going to need 8 cups of flour.
Now, in this pot earlier, in this pot you made the potato head filling this morning, and I think the key to success with the potato head filling, you told me, was the Yukon Gold potato.
Mm-hmm. And don't overcook it so they're not watery. You don't want you.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like when you boil your potato too much, it kind of gets watery.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's mushy, kind of. You can see it almost disintegrate. People overcook it. They cook it super fast and then just boils like crazy, and the outside of the potato starts kind of falling apart where the inside is still solid.
So that breaks down the structure of the potato,
And then don't whip it.
and don't whip it. But you can use your stand mixer like you did there on low speed
on low speed
to
just
mix.
to mix it instead of ricing it by hand. It mixes that. Yeah. I just found that to be, but you don't want to whip it up and just because it becomes rubbery. The inside becomes rubbery. So, yeah.
I think the smartest tip right there is the cooking, not to overcook it, because that's so easy to do, isn't it? Overcooking.
And then you end up with potatoes that are mushy. They need to be solid because you're going to put it you're going to make little
Potato pockets.
Yeah. And so you need the potato to be solid and not soft like you would serve it as a mashed potatoes on the plate.
Yeah, but even so, it's smooth, and I think it's really tasty.
Yeah, you want to make it tasty.
And you know that seasoned salt that you use was really...
It gives it a little bit of zing. Yeah.
It adds kind of like this depth of flavor that you just don't get from salt and pepper alone. It has I can taste the chili powder and the garlic that's in it.
Paprika's in it and garlic, yeah.
And you just use that in here in your spice cabinet.
Yeah.
Here, this is Morton Seasonal.
Yep.
It's got black pepper, celery seed, onion, paprika, garlic, and that's it. And salt. Salt's number one.
Yeah, it works well.
Milk. It's starting to steam. So we need to get a spoon in, right? To stir.
Yeah. It's starting to steam. We need
Your
to.
utensils.
We need to.
All right. So in this mixture, in this pot,
We're gonna put.
are the 8 cups of flour.
Yeah.
It's all gonna go in here then, right? Do you use a wooden spoon to stir this?
You can. I got 4 spoons over there. What did I have? What happened to my spoon? Here it is. Here. Who is that? Good morning. This is Ori. Somebody didn't want to talk to me.
Oh, so it's scalding a little bit on the bottom, but not too bad. Can I turn it down?
Yeah, please. You don't want it. You don't want it to burn on the bottom. Take it off.
Okay. Let's do that.
It gets scalded. We're gonna have to go out and buy some more milk. I don't have any more regular.
Oh, that would be bad because there's a lot of milk in here. I feel it. I don't think there's.
No.
It's all right. I can feel it a little bit,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
it's
not
fine.
bad.
It's fine.
Hasn't gone too far.
No, it's fine. It's actually,
Perfect.
yeah.
Does it matter the order that you put these ingredients into?
Well, this is fine. What we're gonna do is the trick is to let it cool just a little bit, and we're gonna put the flour in there while it's hot.
Oh.
And it kind of makes the flour mushy and glumpy, and you need to spend a good bit of time to smooth it out with your fingers. Why you do that, I don't know. There's something about kind of boiling the flour in the milk. I don't know. I have done it without doing that, and it doesn't come out right.
Oh.
So I'm sure there's what is his name? That cook. He's more of a chemist.
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown would know the reason for it. We could ask Alton Brown, I reckon.
Okay. So this isn't the precise measure. I mean, it's just to get the bread started because overall, we're going to use
some more flour.
quite a bit of flour.
Yeah. Just hang on a minute. Hang on, it's too hot.
Oh, okay.
All right, I think the pearls are done. Yay.
So there will be kucha.
There will be kucha.
So you got really lucky to find those in your freezer, you said? Because you couldn't find them locally at your store.
Right, I think they're done.
Okay. They're al dente.
Should we keep it in there a little bit longer? I've been cooking them for 3 hours now.
Wow, really? I think they're about right, though. You don't want your kucha to be too
You don't want to.
mushy.
Well,
right?
you want some of that.
It still has its structure.
Yeah, but you want it to be a little bit more to let go of some of the structure.
Really? I mean,
I
that's
still
like,
have some flour. I'll still cook it a little
if
bit.
that were quinoa, I would say it's done.
Oh, quinoa, yeah. But this is.
Yeah, it has the same kind of concept where the shell breaks
Yeah.
and it's soft inside, and you still have the shell on the outside, and it's not totally disintegrated.
Yeah.
So this now is cooling off.
Well, here's that.
Just break down all this flour. There's 8 cups of flour in here. Just break it down with the whisk. And that's pretty good, so there's not a lot of lumps in here. And you're preparing the yeast next.
Yeah, I'm just going to dissolve it in a little bit of water and then add it to the. You have to make sure that that flour is not really hot. We'll have to stick our hand in there because if it's hot and we put the yeast in there, it'll kill it.
Yeah, there is a range of temperature for the yeast to be effective. Not too hot, not too cold,
Right.
but not too hot because you can kill it.
Right. So,
Does it say on the pack though? Let's see. It says.
work.
Oh, this one doesn't say. Oh, here. Keep it alive by using warm liquids, 120 to 130 degrees. So only a 10-degree range.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So given that our bodies run at what 98.6, it should feel a little warm.
Yeah. Well, I figure if I can tell by sticking my hand in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's about right now, Mom.
Okay. I'm coming.
Hey, that tastes pretty good, and it's just flour and milk.
Yeah.
My coffee's ready too. Let me turn the camera around.
Oh, it's too hot.
It's still too warm.
Yeah. It feels okay. Gonna get it off the stove. All right. Get it to cool down.
And this is where we're gonna knead the dough and
Yeah.
create the dough right here.
Yep. It all happens right here. Because how did you do it when you were doing it when you were making babka? How did you do it on there?
I made the starter in my mixing bowl in my KitchenAid.
Oh, so you made, what did you have in the recipe?
This is just a little over a quart, just a quart and a half. So that would fit in my bowl. I had a full bowl.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yeah. It's okay. Let me.
Yeah, let's take some of this in here. Like that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Get some more.
Okay.
Should use a ladle. That's good.
Okay, so now we have this thick liquid of yeast. There you go. I'll just go ahead and scoop it all out, right?
Yeah. Let me get my hand in there and get all of it
That's
out.
most of it.
Yeah.
You don't need the whisk anymore, do you?
No. Okay. All right, that's done.
So that's going to get really foamy.
It's going to do what?
It's going to get foamy, right?
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to break and beat up the eggs with a cup and a half of sugar. But I'm not taking my good eggs to put that into it. Good eggs for us to eat.
Oh, so you're saying that you don't have to necessarily use your best farm fresh eggs for this?
I don't, because
Yeah.
I'm cheap. I don't. It's just, is it egg yolks or whole eggs? Go look.
The recipe says 12 eggs.
Okay. Because for babka, it's egg yolk.
That's right. Here it says the flour in the milk till it's smooth and then let it rise. So beat eggs well.
Yeah. With the sugar. We'll add the sugar to it. Beat it with the sugar.
Oh, you don't have that in your recipe.
What?
The adding of the sugar.
Yes, it is right here.
It's in it's in your ingredients list, but it's not in your process.
Well, Kopshitsky, you're just gonna have to figure that one out.
Okay, so it comes with the sugar, with the eggs then. Beat eggs well. Beat eggs and sugar. Beat eggs well, add sugar, then add to milk mixture.
This was kind of sketched.
No, it's a good sketch if you know where it's going on, but it makes total sense. Like, when do you add the sugar? Like right now. This is the time to add the sugar.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And 12.
Okay. Do you have a DVR at home that you can play?
We can play DVDs on our laptops.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Well,
Because Mush has that movie DVD that you're referring to,
what movie do you think?
of the 8mm movie conversion.
Oh,
Is that not what you were talking about?
well, we don't have it yet. You said you had something that we can maybe run it off. Is this it? That you can, if I run the movie on a projector.
Oh,
on
you
a
haven't done the
screen.
conversion at all yet?
No.
But you have the movies?
Yeah, they've been all spliced and all reviewed and all numbered. All I need to do is take them to conversion.
Oh, they've been spliced together and all
Well,
the
we spent a whole
pairs
day. We spent a whole day in here with the projector running and splicing and arranging them according to, you know, subject and all that stuff.
Hey, you know what? Let's try that. Let's try projecting it. Let's see if we can get our best picture, the brightest and the most in focus.
And then take the movie of it. Take a digital movie of Yeah.
it while it's playing back on the projection screen.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you can talk over it at that point.
That's right. If that would work, because Walmart does it, but it's going to cost me a minimum of $600 at least, because it's per foot,
Yeah.
and I've got thousands of feet in there. I have 3 big rolls, and we spliced and got rid of stuff, and this is all relevant stuff.
Right.
All right, I need to get some sugar in there.
1.5 cups.
All right.
Did that need to get beat more?
No.
Oh, okay.
It needs a different beater.
You need more air in it. Oh, the egg white's still kind of clumpy. It's not.
Yeah.
You're sure? No.
I need. The beater isn't going to do anything.
Do you like to work with room temperature eggs or the cold eggs, or does it really matter at this point?
It matters sometimes, but I don't know when.
Because these
These are cold.
they are cold, aren't they?
But by the time the stuff rises, they'll come down. They'll warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to shock your yeast into all of a sudden into
Dormancy.
yeah, and then for it to warm up and start growing again. So.
So that looks better.
Yeah, it's better.
So which bread do you think is more difficult or easier to make, the kolache or the babka?
Well, the babka is easier to knead.
Oh.
It doesn't take as long to knead it. But it's harder to keep it from falling.
Oh, I see. So the oven step is a little trickier.
Once you're getting it out is
Yeah.
the tricky part. This, you got to knead it for a long time. And once it comes out, you know.
So is the kolache more of the everyday bread that the
Yeah.
Yukis would have made?
Yeah. Yeah, with more, it's basically bread, except you're enriching it with the eggs.
Yeah.
And they would just make the bread and not enrich it with the eggs. They would use it with different flours, you know, unbleached flours or rye flour.
Oh, so what are you saying, that if you don't have eggs, you can still make a kolache?
Well, you make a
Of a
bread.
different
You
sort,
You
yeah.
end up making a bread. The kolache is rich because it has the eggs in it. And the reason it is so valuable is because the chickens don't lay in the winter. And the reduction of eggs is great. The babka takes a lot of eggs because in Easter the chicken spring is here and they are laying like crazy.
Yep.
See, so all that stuff is tied in with nature, and that's how traditions got all tied in. And that's when you have the Ukrainian Easter and the pisanka is being made,
And it celebrates the egg.
Yeah. So it's amazing, you know, how people tie their cooking
to the cycles of nature.
the cycles of nature. And so here you have less eggs because, I mean, they were hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
So your bread isn't so rich.
Mm-hmm. So you can save up your eggs and make a loaf of kolache that could last for a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically what would happen.
Okay, so now what do we do with our?
Well, we need to get this to rise a little bit. So let me it needs to bubble a little bit more than what it is right now. So let me get one of these guys out.
Oh, you're making a little warming kind of thing?
Yeah.
Won't this fit in your oven though?
I'm going to put it in the oven.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be way too hot in the oven. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I see. That's where the exhaust is for your oven that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Covered it up because it's going night-night. It likes it night-night. And just let it move a little bit. And then we're going to add this in.
I turned off the kucha. It was on.
Yeah. I know it's just,
Oh, look at it. It's absorbed all the water.
it's good now. It's good now. I need to get the water off of it. There's not much butter in there. Thing like that, you know. And so she said that the painters were frustrated because they had to scrape it off first with trowels to get all the dried up stuff, and then they had to sand it, and then they could paint it. So that's what's going to have to happen out there. This year you ain't throwing it.
No, okay.
You can throw it outside.
So now, what is the story of throwing the kucha on the ceiling? What's the origin of? What do you know about it?
Well, the custom is that, or a superstition is, because Ukraine is primarily wheat, growers. They're how do you say it?
Agrarian.
Agrarians, right. So to them it's very important to have a good harvest. And so, and one of the biggest growing thing is wheat and poppies and sunflowers. Those are the three big growing, and sugar beets. Okay? So, you cook up the wheat and the poppy, and you have it for supper, and then you take a spoonful and you throw it up in the air, and it hits the ceiling, and how many things stick to the ceiling? If a lot of wheat sticks to the ceiling, your wheat harvest is going to be big.
Good. Uh-huh.
And if not many stick to the ceiling, it ain't going to be so good. So the same thing with the poppies. Poppies usually stick. It's the wheat that has a tendency to fall off.
Right.
So, so that's the story behind that. So the farmer goes and counts the pearls of wheat stuck to the ceiling and rejoices when there's a whole bunch of it.
That's a nice story. So the seed, the wheat berries and the poppy, they sort of have their own kind of stickiness
Well, you put
to them.
honey
But then
in
you
there.
put honey in, so that kind of helps them stick to the ceiling even more.
Oh yeah, they stick good to the ceiling, as you can see by my ceiling in the garage.
Do you still have all that
Yeah,
mess on your ceiling? Let's go look at it.
it's in there.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
There's a piece that is gone where I had gone through the ceiling I was upstairs and I slipped and my foot went through the ceiling. So Bob had to fix it.
That's it up there.
That's it up there. Wait, the light will come on a little bit better. It's one of those.
Well, there's a bunch right there, and there's another bunch right over here.
Yeah, but if you wait, the light will be strong.
Will be better.
Yeah, because it's one of those efficiency light bulbs. Yeah.
So did we have a good harvest?
Well, this is 38 years worth of stuff up there.
Eek. So that's all it needed from heat from the oven?
Yeah, it just needed to get it started.
I see that. It's got it's bubbling, it's foaming, it looks good.
Yeah. Now we're going to put the eggs in there.
Okay.
You're going to have to roll up your sleeve and...
And get after it, huh?
You're tall. If you want to set it on top of the counter to do it, or I think the counter is about the same height as the table over there.
Now, there's nothing to knead at this point, but we're going to be adding the flour, right?
Yes.
So that's going to get thicker.
Yes.
And then there's also a melted butter element in here too,
when
right?
it's almost kneaded and it starts getting away from your hand, and then the melted butter gets added to it.
Okay, so I'm committed to doing this. Let me wash my hands.
Okay.
I'll wash this too while I'm at it.
Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there because
You need salt.
well, you need to put
In bread.
salted butter in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have any salted butter, so we'll just
Oh, so you're saying that if you were using salted butter, then you wouldn't need to put salt?
correct.
Oh. Do I just go work with this bag of flour?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just add. Yeah, you did whistle, I guess. You just
Yep.
add and thicken it up. When it gets really thick, you can't
Mm-hmm.
use the spoon anymore. You get your hand in there.
Okay. So right now it's got the consistency of a thin pancake batter at this point.
Yeah.
It's got a long way to go.
It's got a long way to go. And I think I have.
You know,
If I don't have enough flour.
yeah, we're gonna need more flour.
I think I have it. I think this thing is full of flour.
Oh,
If not, oh, it's not. Oh, darn. Well, I'm gonna have to run out to farm. This has happened to me so many times.
Well,
I'm gonna have to run out to Farm Fresh and get some flour. All right. Well, I'm on my way.
let's see how far we can get with it. I think.
I have some really fine cake flour that we can put in there. We just need a little bit.
You know, I think it's gonna be close. I've made a few breads before.
Yeah, but you know what? I need some more flour for puré. Oh,
Hey,
that's
there's
that
your cat.
Yeah. He grew really. I'm going to go get it because I need some flour for puré.
Yeah. Let's see if we can maybe get this on its first rise, and then we can take a break.
Well,
and then go get flour.
not first rise. It's got to be finished, and then it rises.
Oh,
and then you-
we need to get this to the braiding point?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow.
I'm going to be gone for about 10 minutes. Farm Fresh is just down on
Yeah, across the interstate.
60, yeah. It's not like I have to go all the way into town. Darn. Okay, well, let me go take care of that.
Okay, so I'll keep this going.
You know, I bought that big bag. I thought I had that whole mushroom, my flour mushroom full of flour.
This is all-purpose bleached flour,
Yeah,
pre-sifted.
yeah, that's what I use. Yeah, so I like the old gold flour. Best of all flours. Okay.
So we don't need your fan anymore, right? Oh, it's not on. So you got flour. While you were gone, I melted that one stick of butter that you had out here. But
Well,
you
you actually need 3 of them.
need 3/4 of a cup, so
Well,
which is a stick and a half of butter.
well,
Wow.
I think maybe it's not a cup, maybe it's 3/4 of a pound.
Oh, you think that means pounds?
Yeah, maybe I did that.
Oh, well, that's 3 sticks of butter then.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know from experience. I looked at this butter and I knew darn well that wasn't enough. Need a lot more than that.
Okay. So here we go. Back in here.
Oh, it grew. Okay.
Yeah, is that all right?
No, it's all right.
Yeah. But now it's time to get my hands into it.
Yeah. And as I was driving halfway home, I thought, this is about done.
I think so.
Mhm.
It's almost countertop ready.
You can put it on the top.
Then I can finish the kneading
You don't need to knead anymore.
and get it in the. I don't need. It doesn't need to be kneaded anymore.
Mm-mm.
So the glutens that you raised by kneading has been sufficient.
Because you're going to need it again later.
Oh, okay.
I'll just kind of mix it up.
Well, what I'm doing here now is just rolling it, kind of turning inside out kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, what do you think is...
Oh, it's good. Okay, put it up there.
That really helped, actually, because now it doesn't seem to be quite as greasy.
No, it worked itself in.
Okay.
It'll work itself in even more.
And it goes back onto your heat collar?
Yeah. Cover it up.
Okay.
That's it.
Whew.
Hard work.
Cook inside when you can on a cold day.
Yep. So that's kind of okay, boy.
Well, Mom, that was
It's a workout.
That was a workout.
It's a workout. Now you can understand why I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I do it, but I'm just takes me twice as long to get it kneaded because I'm slower and I take a break and then I knead a little bit more.
So is the homemade kolache kind of a lost art in the Ukrainian home these days?
People don't want to do it. The ones that should be doing it is your sisters. That age group.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it. My age group is still, but I keep thinking I'm much younger than what I really am. So.
But you're petering out though, strength-wise. So,
Yeah.
so you're not. So the older women aren't making the kolache anymore because it takes so much effort.
Yeah. So it just doesn't happen. So they go and buy challah, and it's okay.
Yeah, but it's not quite the same.
It's not the same, but it's okay in the respect that they're trying to keep the tradition of a certain kind of bread.
Yeah,
Just
right.
because it's not, my kolache is probably different than somebody else's kolache, because it's individual. My kolache is very similar to my mother's kolache, and your kolache is going to be similar to my kolache, and that's just the way it is.
Well, see, when when you go out and you buy a challah, it's braided, it's brown, it's shiny,
Yeah.
and it looks good on the table,
Yeah.
and it's sort of it keeps you eat a lot with your eyes, so it keeps
Yeah.
that visual part of the tradition, and
Yeah.
you think, oh, one day, one year,
Yeah.
I'll make my own kolache with Mom's recipe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Except, as you can see, it's so suggestive. Would that be the right word? What I mean is, because it's wet out there, I need more flour here.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay?
Well, that's why your recipe says depending on the weather.
Right. That's right. It makes a big difference.
So really, when you make something on this scale, you really don't measure by volume. It's more of a weight kind of a
It's
measure.
by feel.
And feel. Yeah.
It's all by feel. Because if I tell you put 10 pounds of flour in there, and I have made it during the rainy thing, and then the humidity is high in the house, and you go and put 10 pounds, your dough's going to be super thick.
It'll be too dry.
It'll
yeah.
be too
So
dry.
that's like in Colorado where it's really dry.
Yeah, you got to use
the
less.
The dough dries quickly when you're
Yeah.
working, and you can feel it, just the
Yeah.
moisture just wicking away and,
Yeah.
and evaporating off.
Yeah. So cooking is actually a science.
Or an art.
Or not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's both. Baking especially, where generally speaking, baking you're supposed to measure everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Either by volume or by weight. All the bakers
Yeah.
have those scales in the
Yeah.
kitchen so they can measure everything.
yeah. Well, if you can learn to measure by feel, you don't have to deal with scales.
Right. Yeah.
And that's basically what I learned. I measure, when I go to church, I try to give it up, have somebody else do it, and they say, well, can you just feel the dough? I said, come feel with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll feel it. And I know exactly what's wrong with that dough or what's right with the dough. And they'll feel it and they say, okay. I said, is it ready? No, it's not. I said, no, it's not. It's not. It hasn't got the. Well, how will I know? It's the feel. And I said, okay, now feel this. Feel it with both hands. Get your hands in there and feel it and memorize that feel.
Yeah.
And then when I get it toward the way it should be, I'll catch you here and you feel it again.
Mm-hmm.
And compare those two feelings.
Right.
The wrong feeling and the right feeling.
It's a powerful memory, that feel, because you don't have to make dozens of these to really get the hang for the feel.
Right. And once you memorize that feel, I haven't made kolache in several years because I've been going to my kids' houses for Christmas. And so, but that memory is still there. I stick my hand there and I feel it and I can tell you, yeah, no,
Yeah.
or maybe later. Like this one, we'll put some more flour in there, but a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to rise, it's going to get soft again.
It will.
And we're going to divide it into sections. And we're going to knead it again with the flour. And we're going to roll it out. So it'll get thicker. So you don't want to start it really thicker, because then when you roll it and you have to have flour to roll it out, to braid it, it's going to be too dense.
Yeah. So the kolache dough is ready.
It's ready.
Can I turn the oven off?
Sure.
Right here. And we know that it's ready because it's crowned here in our pot, right?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Take it off.
And we bring it to the counter?
Yeah, we're going to dump it out.
Okay.
Open out. Let me put a little coat of this.
Shall we roll up our sleeves now?
Yeah, we're going to have to roll up our sleeves. We're going to have to.
There. Okay,
All
ready?
right, yeah.
So should I just invert it, right?
Yeah, just. comes
Oh,
up
look at
here.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, see how I rolled it underneath like that? See
Yeah.
the void
Yeah.
left in there?
Yeah.
That's not good. But it didn't matter because we're just raising the flour. But when you make your final loaf, you want to make sure that you don't have that void in the bottom.
That's right. Okay, now what we're going to do is.
Oh, you need to pull up your sleeves still, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How do you section it with a knife?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's cut it. Oh, my arm. Now my wrist hurts too. My wrist hurt for a while and then it got better. Now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but now it's hurting again. So what gives here?
So you're making 3?
Well, I'm gonna probably make a lot more than 3.
Oh, look, so we start with just a little bit.
Yeah. And what we do, we knead it.
Okay, I can do that. But I'm not trying to raise any more gluten. I'm just trying to get it to the right consistency to continue.
That's right. Just to get.
There's little air bubbles in it
Yeah.
that pop out.
That's good. Okay. Now, now we're going to divide this into. Let's see. Is that about right? That's better.
How many
Well, we'll just make. I don't know how many we're going to end up having. Let me get those scales up.
Oh.
It's.
So because you want even braids.
Yeah, you want even braids. Let's see.
Uh-oh, battery. Oh, there it is.
No.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. That'll be one of the bottom braids.
Okay, so I tried to finish these off.
Yeah,
What do you think?
they're good.
Good?
Okay, so now what you do is, well, only one of us can work it.
Yeah, I know.
Or you go on the other side and work on the other side.
That's okay. No.
So
show us how to
you-
do it. Mm-hmm.
The trick is to roll it nice and smooth.
Right.
And if you put too much flour on,
Then you can't pull it.
then it just slips. The whole thing slips.
Oh, you need friction.
And you need a little friction to be able to do that.
I see.
And so you start from the middle and you work your way out, putting even pressure on it.
And you're trying to make it even without, or do you want a little more in the middle than?
I want a little bit more in the middle because that gives it a little lump. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Remember when it's put together?
Yeah.
The middle is a little
Yeah.
higher than the rest. That's how you get it.
Oh.
Is by leaving
A little more bulk in the
a
middle.
little bulk in the middle.
So now here's where you're judging the wetness of the
Yeah.
flour, and you're adding a little bit more
Yeah.
of the dough, and you're adding a little bit more
Yeah.
flour to it.
Yeah. And my lump is not smack in the middle.
No, it's not.
So we're gonna have this one is gonna be it. So we have to make all of them with the lump not being smack in the middle. Good length, Brenda.
Yep.
A small lump on top. That's okay.
Oh, I see that now.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't.
You can't put it back to the middle.
Not really.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe so. Let's see.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
Is it not? Are you trying to like get all these to line up?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. To me, that looks good. I mean, how accurate does it? How close does it need to be?
Well,
It needs to be right on top of each other,
it
right?
needs to be good. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it needs to be good because now you're starting. Now you're starting from the sides, and you're braiding.
Whoops.
Yeah. Hold it there
Okay.
for me, will you? Okay.
Boy, you made that look easy.
Pretty?
Mm-hmm. That is pretty. So now, if you wanted the kolache this size, then you can just put it on your cookie sheet and prepare it for baking, or is this it, or are you
Yeah.
gonna put another layer?
I'm gonna put another layer on because I got 4 of them, and you can do it in 6.
Oh.
Do 6, then your kolache is gonna be wider.
Yeah.
But I just, I do it like that. All right. So now what we do is, let me smaller ones in here.
So you put it on a buttered cookie
Yeah,
sheet.
Yeah. And then we need to get some eggs and get an egg wash going.
An egg wash.
Yeah.
I know how to do that.
I think we eat one here. Julie can take one home. Mushy can take one home. All right, now what I do is I dip this thing in here like this, and
Oh.
Yeah, Julie wants it that way. You can just sprinkle yours. This is not enough. I need a lot more. I need to put this in here.
Oh, you know what'll happen when this bakes and rises? It'll spread and
Yeah.
pull apart.
Yeah.
So this, I see.
Yeah. Here, you do your side.
Okay. Yeah. So a little wash on the fingers just to get them
Yeah.
wet, so you can get some.
Yep. Yeah.
Oops.
And
Oh, you get wash off the
yeah, you get wash from the
kolache
yeah,
itself.
yeah. That's, some of the other ones will just sprinkle.